All right, got the win, got a big time win, and probably one of the best games we played all year. Outside of the Michigan State game, honestly, offense was clicking, defense was dominant, put in some shitty situations with the two blocked punts, and they still only gave up 28 to what I feel like is a good team in Cal. Cal, I no longer feel like is a cellar dweller of the Pac-12. I feel like they've turned that corner just a little bit. Maybe they're not quite on Arizona State's level. Maybe they're more in the range of an Arizona, but they're a good team. And if we had come out there falling asleep and coasting, they could have beat us, but we didn't. We respected them, and we got the W in convincing fashion, I might add too. I'm really pleased with the way my team played. Offense, 777 yards. Anytime you get that kind of production, you do not question play calling. I don't care who your play caller is. Fans out there, yes, Scott Frost and us have had disagreements, but the man put up 777 yards tonight. And Cal, I don't think is that bad. So I'm not going to sit here and talk bad about Scott Frost tonight. I'm not. And I'm not going to talk bad about Don Pelham. Don Pelham caught a good game. He changed up the schemes. He would play press. He would play soft. He would bring four. He'd bring three. But the thing about it is he was getting pressure with three. So that, number one, tells me the defensive line's playing outstanding. And number two, the secondary is playing great, giving the line time to get pressure with that amount of guys. So honestly, it's a win-win for me. And Don took advantage. Don didn't let him get beat deep except for that one big play on that 80-yarder. Okay, broken play. And everybody's like, he called Scott Frost. He called 1st and 10, a pass play from the 20-yard line. Yeah, is it his fault Vernon didn't read the coverage? Is it his fault Vernon throws into triple coverage in the red zone on the first drive? No, not his problem. All he can do is call the play and hope his quarterback sees the right thing. Don't make that throw. Don't make it. It's a throw you don't need to make. Forcing things. Anyway, I feel like this team is playing perfectly going into Stanford. I feel like this is one of the best games we played all year. And I love seeing my team play this type of way going into big time matchups. This is a huge matchup against Stanford. A season defining game for both teams. Stanford wins this, they clinch the North. And they go on to the Pac-12 championship game. And they have a shot to go to the Rose Bowl. Maybe even the playoff if things go their way. Who knows what could happen in college football nowadays. But what I'm saying is if Oregon gets this W, and they get in Stanford's head a little bit, and then Stanford comes out low against Cal in a rivalry game, and Cal sneaks up and beats them, guess what? Oregon's in the first place in the division. Because we all know Washington State's going to coug it either against UCLA or against Washington in the Apple Cup. Washington State will coug it. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about beating Stanford next week, and I'm worried about Stanford losing one more. Cal, y'all will be my best friend if you can beat Stanford after we do. But we have to take care of our business first. That's number one on the to-do list, is beat Stanford. And I feel like this team can do it. Now, it's going to take a lot of fight, and it's going to take a lot of grit, and maybe even a little bit of luck to go down on the farm and win. But I feel like this team, playing the way they are right now, can go out there and win that game. And I cannot wait until next Saturday. It is going to be a great game. I don't think anybody wins this game going away. I feel like this game is going to go down to the wire. Maybe it's going to come down to a turnover late, a fourth down conversion, a big play on special teams late. Something is going to swing the momentum in this game that is going to change it. And it's going to click for one team and be not so good for another. And it might be my team, it might not be. But all I can ask is my team go out there and fight. And that's what they've done every week since the Wazoo game. Is gone out there and scratch and claw and get W's. And they've earned every single one of them. And I'm really happy with how we're playing right now. And I can't ask for anything better from my team going into a game against a really, really, really good team. And we're the hunters, so we cannot let up. We cannot get in there and get confident and comfortable. We have to go in and put the pressure on Stanford to beat us. We can't just go in there and act like we're hot shit and just coast through Stanford. We have to go in there and take it from them. And hopefully we do that. But as always, guys, go Ducks. You all have a great rest of your night.